What's up, guys and girls, and welcome back to Farm Sim. Obviously, I am joined by David.
Hi, hi.
So, something a little bit different here. A new map. Obviously, I just do want to say Hills of Tuscany will be returning as well, but this is a new
Hills,
map.
Hills of Tuscany, by the way, just for insight, did a big update just before we were due to come back, and basically we're going to do a new save file. So
Yeah,
we've had this idea on the back burner for a while, so we're bringing this forward while we figure out exactly what we're doing. And this is something a
welcome.
little different. I think you're going to like.
So yeah, welcome to competitive multiplayer.
We're going to find out once and for all who the best farmer is.
And speaking of farms, did I join?
Yes, you did, because your thing's
Yep.
the same color as your tractors.
Can we actually? I can. I'm actually going to do that with mine.
You're changing your color. Fair enough.
Yeah, they're quite close together, that's all.
Yeah. So basically, folks, to give you an idea, if you've not seen competitive multiplayer before,
Well,
we're going
not
to be
from
running two
us.
separate farms on the same map. The idea is we're going to go for, we haven't decided the final end episode yet, who can make the most money. Now, we have all the farm sim available to us, productions, everything. Make as much money as possible. Now, we're starting out with a small amount of machines because it's actually all in front of us here. We don't own any land yet. That's going to be our first purchase. We own, see, we've got the little tractor here, the little Massey Ferguson
Is it a? I was
5470
going to say it's 5470.
with a front loader. It's 155 horsepower. It's a good mid-range machine. We've got the front loader. We've got two trailers, a flatbed and a tipper.
This is a Macaulay Law. Is this Macaulay Law loader?
Yeah, I love these Macaulay low loaders.
I've never used them, so this will be new to me.
I've used them. I use them a lot. I like them. I picked this because I don't think we've ever used a Massey Ferguson harvester on the channel before.
Not on the channel, but previous game versions, I have used a Massey Ferguson harvester. Yes, we. I know there is the for anybody says there is the Adco Ideal. Yes, you only brand it as a Massey Ferguson. It's technically
Yeah.
not a Massey Ferguson machine.
Now, obviously, this is our starting equipment. This is you could go on and sell all this if you want to. Nothing stop you doing that. But this is just to get us started. Obviously, we're going to need a lot more different equipment. We're going to need land. We're going to need all sorts. We're starting with £500,000 each.
I'm just
That
a,
is
You carry on. I'm just having a quick look at the map.
This map is good for this because number one, the fields aren't expensive.
No, they're not. Some of them they are quite weird shaped.
Which is one of the reasons why I said to you that we are cosplay. Cosplay's allowed. Basically, obviously, we've got all the game open to us. The only things we're not allowed to use super strength. We're not
No.
allowed to use resetting vehicles. We're not allowed to do field flipping, which if you don't know what that is, basically if we buy a field, we can buy any field we want at any time. We have to sell it with a growing crop on it. That's just to stop us buying a field, harvesting it, selling it again. Because in Farm Sim, the price doesn't change. So we feel that would be a bit cheaty.
Hmm.
So no super strength, no
Resetting.
no resetting vehicles. The time is fixed. It is 2 days a month, 5 times speed. That might just get altered. Yeah, that might get altered like 6 times. See how quickly this goes in this first.
Hmm.
We're gonna sleep by about 8 o'clock every night till the next morning because doing this game in the dark isn't great. It's not great for you guys watching.
It's not good for YouTube's YouTube's compression either sometimes.
Now, if we end up sleeping and losing a field because we run out of time, then that is just tough.
Is withering on?
I was just going to double check that myself because I'm not sure.
Withering what? Don't think
I don't think
withering.
it. I don't think it. Withering doesn't come on with seasons off, does it? No,
No.
withering's not off, so no, so that's not an issue. Crop destruction is on.
All right. Okay. That's fine. We never
I,
do that, but
I tend to play that a lot in multiplayer, in single player. I must admit. Do you want that off? I can turn that
no,
off now.
no,
If that's
no,
better for you.
no.
Ploughing's off, fieldstone's off,
Yep.
limes off, weeds
Yeah.
are off. Dirt and fuel uses are both set to high.
Okay.
Trailer fill limits off.
Yeah. I
There's
never
everything
got.
off.
I never got on with.
Trailer fill limits, yeah, I get what it is, but at the same time, yeah, it doesn't really work.
No.
Then obviously the help of buying everything is switched off.
Yep.
One quick check. Let's make sure I've got cosplay settings right. Yeah, I have. So cosplay won't automatically repair vehicles.
Yep.
Driver's wages 100%. So obviously, yeah, for cosplay is fully allowed.
As
And I think that
long
covers.
as. Oh, is that something I've got to do myself? I can never remember.
What's that?
They.
Right, we're going to cosplay settings is the third tag down.
Yeah, it's just the one where basically clicking the bloody mouse when you're in a vehicle to stop bringing the menu up. Or do you have to do that in vehicle?
You might need to do that. Jump
Yeah,
into
you
one of your
do.
tracks.
I'm not starting the engine. It is.
I think that might come out at 22 actually, because I've not seen it.
Play a mouse event. It's called, but it comes on every.
Open hood with mouse. Ah, yeah. Do we have to do that on a tractor by tractor basis?
There used to be a master setting.
Maybe once you've done it, maybe any you buy afterwards will.
Maybe, but there used to be the master setting for that, which I know there is. There is one, or there used to be one for the. Yeah, there is vehicle by vehicle, but then your main gear one is. The main
Mouse.
third tab down is the play a
Play a
mouse
mouse
event.
event. Yeah, right. So all that's set. So I think at that point, I think we are ready to. I don't know if you've got any plans going ahead into this, Chris, or whether you just.
Just right now we're looking at the fields and looking at. I've just had a quick scout around on prices and stuff.
So the fields aren't that expensive, so.
Yeah, unless you're buying like field 50.
Yeah, well, maybe you can work towards that, but.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Or unless you're buying like field 50, field 76, which is like nearly 500,000.
It's over. It's 581,000 on
I
my
know.
screen.
That's what I mean. They're big fields, but I'm just trying to look at what growth state stuff's in, which
Yeah, yeah, but then double check. It's not like knowing your luck. You'd say, oh, that's ready to have. We should buy it to be cotton.
yeah, that's why I've been checking stuff. That's why I've been clicking through and seeing what's sort of available. Like, yeah, you can't do corn either.
But you could. You'd have to buy a header.
You could, you'd have to buy a bloody header, but
But are we ready to start?
yeah, well, I'm looking at the fields.
And what I'm going to do before I do that, I'm going to check.
I want to see what's ready to go and what's what. Not a lot is ready to go, really. Well, no.
There's a few that are orange on that screen.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got my first field.
Oh, right, okay, fair enough.
So, yeah. So we will also point out this is going to be a bit of a learning curve for us both, probably, in terms of getting used to the map.
Yeah, I have looked at the map a little bit. I looked at it before with you, but I've not played it a lot because I just had a quick look because I always had the idea that this map was good for this sort of thing. because it's got
Hmm.
so many smallish fields, basically.
Well, I'm gonna go shift some. I'm gonna just go really quick. Not gonna start harvesting, obviously, because that's why I left the
Well,
harvester.
no, but as far as I'm concerned, we are good to go at this point. You're ready
How
to
the friggin' hell did you get out of here?
look at the map. It shows you. There's like 2 exits.
I am looking at the map, but this isn't technically a shop then.
No, the shop's across the road. I think if you start single player, this is the farmyard.
Ah. So obviously, what I will say is you will get to see David's point of view as well. That's kind of the whole point of this.
And don't forget, I want to try and make you well, certainly by the end of the first episode, you're going to need to set up that farmhouse.
Yeah. There is that.
Now, there is a few cheap townhouses. It's up to you where you put it.
I'm glad you. Well, I was gonna
Reminding you of that.
Well, not just that. I was going to say, I'm glad you actually picked a trailer that was low enough to get over a sodding bridge.
Why isn't it?
Oh, it nearly did. Didn't. Basically you've got to be careful where you park, you've got to be careful where you... Because did crop destruction apply to all fields or did it only apply
Which ones you own?
Ah,
Just fields you own.
okay. So will that... hopefully that doesn't have funny. Technically... that gives me an idea. If that's not... it isn't. Okay.
Let's get you guys over to my farmyard.
Doesn't like doing that though. Taking this trailer off of the flatbed, it don't like.
And the trailer's not really supposed to go on there. I just did that for the purposes of setting up. I must admit, I super strength that bugger up there.
I bet you did. Um,
You know, I'm not going to lie to you on
uh-oh.
that one. That
Are
was
you gonna
fun.
have a crash? Oh, I think so. I think
Was that
you've.
my...
I think your two have just had a crash.
Yes, I have.
That's a good start. I can't wait to see that. Oh.
Not allowed to use super strength. Got to deal with it the old-fashioned way. Start off with you. You out of the way.
So where are you? Oh, so you
Which-
did you buy? You've not bought a farm, have you?
I've bought a piece of land which is just a piece of flat concrete.
Ah.
So I can put a farm on there. I must admit, and I'll say this to you now because I'm not giving away too much. If I want to go down productions route, it's also land I can use
Hmm.
for that. You know what I mean?
See now, that's gonna cost me a fortune. But
What will it make you on the far side of that?
um,
That's what you got to think of. Don't forget, and I'll say it now to anybody who's watching this. This is not going to be like a 4-episode job. We're hoping
no.
this series to run for quite a bit.
Oh, this
So
will
it
do.
might be a case now that you spend a bit like now, but if it's stuff that you can turn,
Well, you know basically the concrete where we started.
yeah, you're thinking of buying that.
I bought it.
Oh, nice one.
Well, obviously, like you said, it has a couple of. I know it's cost me a bit here, but there has obviously the supermarket's closed there. I've got selling points closed, but I can turn that into what I want. Then something I can.
Yeah.
But I need to remember the sodding. No, it's the P key. Can I? Let's see. No, that was farmland. Wrong bloody one. Construction. Please tell me we put this in. Otherwise, it's going to be annoying if we didn't.
What's that?
Yes, we did. Good. Okay.
Oh, the free terraform and that.
No. There we go. I got my sleep point down.
The way he says sleep point makes me think he's gone for something.
I gone for a caravan, mate. I always use the caravan.
Oh, the 20 grand caravan.
Yeah, I always use
Pretty
it.
nice, exactly what I've just put down.
I could have gone for a little bit something more stupid, and I could have just gone for the
There's that
bus.
flat bus, yeah, I saw that.
Because it was cheap. But I thought, no, 20 grand caravan is the one I always usually use.
Well, we usually, there's good use of English language.
Well, that's the one I do. It's the one I always use. God, I've forgotten about how rear steer vehicles handle.
Yeah, not the harvester.
Yeah.
Well, here we go, I've got myself.
See, ideally, I could.
It makes you think this, doesn't it? Because it's a bit of a different style to what we normally play.
Well, I've still got money.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't want to run yourself down to absolute zero because you're not going to do.
I'm not.
And your first sort of paychecks are going to come in. I must admit, I've spent a lot early on. Because I've spent on one or two things, but I know they have the potential to make me big money on the far side.
Well, I've still got to get a cedar. I know.
Don't forget, leasing is still an option as well. You don't necessarily have to buy.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so I know leasing is an option, but you know me and leasing. Can we do the LTO route eventually?
LTO?
Lease to own?
Is that mod installed?
I don't know.
Is it normally on the server?
Yes.
In that case, then I've not taken it out and I didn't disable any mods that were on the server. So in that case, yes, lease to own is very much an option.
I'm just wondering because you never mentioned that. I'm just wondering, was that an option? And
I've never thought that. I've never seen it. That's the reason why it shouldn't be.
I'd have to check because I'm sure.
If it's on the server, which I'm pretty sure it is, we talked about it when we did Silver Run, I'm sure.
Yeah, we always had lease to own.
Then, like I say, I see no reason why you can't, why we shouldn't use it.
But we can only do the.
But bear in mind, the maximum 2 leased vehicles
two.
means if you've got one that you're planning to buy, that's going to be half your leasing capacity.
Yeah.
Done.
So, if you remember, obviously on Hills of Tuscany, I know this is a different series, we used precision farming, and there was no way we were using precision farming for this series.
No, precision farming will make a return in other series, but basically I didn't want this one to end up too slow.
No.
This is why I like seasons are often that, because this is about a different thing.
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I mean, seasonal growth would have slowed it down.
Well, that means you only do like 1 or 2 harvests. Also, seasonal growth changes one big thing, because I've been toying with trying to do like a hard mode, single player. And the one thing seasonal growth and hard mode, you have to manage your money.
Oh yeah, you do.
A lot more because you're not getting paid. Because you know, you're probably earning a lot of money from harvest, but it's at one particular point of the year.
Yeah.
And not going bankrupt in the gap in between.
That's why you have to have a lot of options. So that's why you've got to be flipping silage.
Animals can be a good one.
Yeah, you've got to be doing animals. You've got to be doing silage. You've got to make sure that your animals have got enough food. This is not obviously what we're on about for this series, but we're on about.
Well, I mean, animals are allowed in this series.
Yeah, I know we can do animals. What I'm saying is, you know, you're not just gonna buy, like, just buy a grass field and flip that for silage, but it's not field flipping technically because you've got the grass field and you just use it.
Well, that's the thing about grass fields is they regrow. I was saying that scenario, the field, actually the field's not being growing stage, so basically you've got to roll it or you've got to let it regrow.
Yeah.
You're right in what you're saying, that kind of, it's not field flipping, it's a different scenario because you're not going to sell a field harvest.
No, because technically you'd still, if you were going to sell a grass field, you'd have to let it regrow then sell it.
Yeah. Yeah, so we can put that in. A grass field has to be at ready to harvest stage before it can be sold.
Yeah, if you want one.
Yeah.
It just makes sense because then if it wasn't and you sold it, it's technically still would be a field flip.
No, I fully agree. That's something I hadn't totally thought about. I actually 100% agree with you.
See, okay, I'm going to be sort of trying to keep my costs down by not doing a lot of cosplay at the beginning.
Fair enough. Use whatever works for you, my friend. I must admit, I'm
going to do this.
Now, I will say we cannot see each other's screens. I cannot see what he's doing unless he comes over and looks at what I'm doing, or vice versa.
We can't see each other. We don't know.
No, for all I know, he could have just, you know, bought himself a quad track and going down that avenue.
That's the thing. Do we have to keep that speed limit mod off?
I think I'm gonna say we can use that if you want it.
Fair enough. Because I know we have it there, but I didn't know if that was allowed or not.
I'd say allow that just because it helps move things along. Plus as well, your stuff horsepower limits. It's not like you're going to be flying across the field at 70 miles an hour.
So I know we said 8 o'clock for a sleep.
Yeah.
I think we should push that back an hour just for this.
Yeah, if that's what you want.
No,
I would say
just for this day, because we basically
lost a couple of hours.
We didn't get a full day off.
Yeah, that's okay. That's just I'm happy with that.
We didn't get a full day on the time, did we? So I think that's only fair. We just push that to that time, and then the next day it'll go back to the original.
A lot of things like that are also open because I could see there being days where maybe we decided to do it earlier than 80 if we both end up at a point where.
Yeah, and we do. The problem is we do have to think of
winter when it's darker. We don't really fix visual mode. Now snow could be an issue because it is turned on. But I don't mind things like that because it's the same for us both.
Yeah.
I'll say that. Something like that, yeah, it could be a pain in the ass if it happens at the wrong time. But it's not like it's going to affect one of us and not the other, so I'm happy for that to stay on.
Oh, it's not like we use friggin' REA.
And I don't use that at all. I got rid of that. I don't know, it had some good features, but the fact you couldn't get a truck across a field got a bit old.
Oh Christ. forgot about that.
What have you done?
I was thinking, why is my combine not unloading? Then I
Because you have a course
realised,
bike.
no, I realised you have to have the engine running to
Unload, yeah.
unload.
Chris has now discovered how pumps work.
Oh, I know how a pump
They
works.
need power.
Yeah, but sometimes you forget. It was weird because in the old game, you. I'm glad they brought the feature in with the engine, but in the old game, you could just drive up to a trailer, switch your engine off, and I don't get why they used to do that.
There's a few things in this game that we're not sure why. There's a few things we're still not sure why they do, but there you go. I mean, it's a game we both love dearly. I'm pretty happy to say that, but that doesn't mean we think it's perfect.
Oh no, yeah. Yeah, but it's too. It's on the point where it's not too realistic. Okay, I mean, precision farming. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
I actually recently debated that in one of my recordings for the single player series I'm doing on this channel. The Valley of the Old Farm, built between the and I said, I'm sure there are people out there who'd love to see things done in real time, one-to-one scale.
No.
And fair play to those people, but I said they would be such slow videos.
Yeah.
It's like people who'd want Euro Truck to be one-to-one scale, which I'm sure there are some out there, but the idea of it taking 3 real-life days to get across the map doesn't appeal to me.
I mean, there's a game that may or may not come to the channel called Sim Royal. Now, you will have heard of a certain other YouTuber covering that.
Probably, yeah.
They have one-to-one maps. So literally, if you start something, you've got to finish it.
Yeah.
And you can be sat there for a good 3 hours.
Yeah, well, you can do that in Euro Truck now on the map to scale it.
Oh yeah, I know. We usually do that ourselves.
I at one point was doing quite a few rig. I was basically running between UK and the Ukraine border for a while. And that was a good couple of hours each way. Obviously running the speed limiter, which I always run the limiter because I'm not. That's how I prefer.
If I'm doing, obviously I need to possibly have a look at that properly. Perhaps looking at corners.
Yeah.
Again, because it did have that. It was having that hissy fit for me. And as you'll notice, while we're doing this, obviously this series is just going to be complete utter random conversations.
Is there any series of ours that isn't?
No.
That's, if you're here for the first time, I do apologize. That's what we're like. If you're here as a regular, you know.
Yeah, if you're a regular viewer, you'll know we just have random conversations during videos.
You're basically tuning into two mates playing a game when you're getting to view us through the fourth wall.
Yeah.
It's a bit of voyeurism on your part. We hope you enjoy it. What?
But
You like that?
yeah. But no, this is what it's like. This is what. Oh god, this trailer's nearly full.
I'll be brutally honest with you. The idea of trying to stay perfectly on topic about a game for the time we record, I think I've struggled.
I've tried it. I've tried that, and honestly,
it's kind of what you have to do when you're recording single player stuff.
Oh yeah. That's easy. But if you're multiplayer recording with somebody else, then yeah, any sort of plans you have, just to try and stay on topic, go out the window. Honestly.
Good old ADHD. Life trying to stay perfectly on top. Oh, look, a squirrel.
Speaking of which, ooh. Okay, where is that?
We're looking for a sell point.
Yeah. Oh, right, okay, so the other side of the bloody river. Fine. Ooh, she don't like it, Captain.
Is he feeling it fully loaded?
Yeah.
Look, I'm not saying that tractor was perfect, but I think it was a good starting point.
17,200 litres.
Is that not done?
And my field's
just-
not even finished yet. So,
No, you're not sowing, you're harvesting
Mr.
right now.
David,
Yes, Mr. Christopher.
unrelated to Farm Sim, obviously. I want your opinions of F1, because you were not happy the other night.
Really, whatever gave you that impression? Look, my opinions are the new UI and that looks really nice.
It confused
But-
the shit out of me when your ERS meter. At least they highlighted that in a different colour last time, not kept it the same colour.
Yeah, but what I will say is from what we saw, the AI needs serious work because, like I said, I was full on brake checked by Piastri.
Was that when I crashed?
That was the second. Now, I'm not going to say that cost me a win because he didn't. Me pitting to change my front wing cost me a win.
Yeah.
I should have, because the game didn't change it, I should have stuck with it. And I didn't, and that was a bad call on my part.
Yeah.
However, the fact that when the AI gave control back to the game, the guy in front of me just dead stopped, didn't do me any favours.
Was I out or was I in?
I think you were in because you were out after the safety car finished, weren't you?
Yeah. Because Alan had wing damage, didn't he? And all when it gave him back control, I heard.
Yeah, he had the same problem as me. The AI dead stopped in front of him. He had the exact same problem I did. The AI just, as soon as he got control, just emergency stopped.
Was that because of me though? Was
No.
that my fault because I was going too slow?
No, the first one I think was because of me. Because like I say, I managed to overtake Hulkenberg before the start-finish line, and then as I tried to give him the place back, he just come to a stop.
Yeah.
Which was weird. I don't know if that was a bug or what that was, but
I'm hoping the red flag bug gets squished pretty soon because I actually do want to see a red flag.
yeah, like I said, I've not seen that personally, but I've seen enough on Reddit to think there's no
I've
smoke
heard of
without
it.
fire. For those who don't know, basically the bug on this is F123 by the way, for those
Yeah.
who. This year they've added the fact that the game can red flag, it never could in previous. But there's a bit of a bug where if the game red flags, the end result of the race will be whatever it was at the red flag rather than at the end of the race. Like I say, I've not seen it personally, but as I say, no smoke without fire in my book. Have you heard about the latest GTA Online bug, by the way?
The insurance bug where
Yeah.
you can lose your insured vehicles.
From what I can see, and I can't tell if this is right, I think it's only the Oppressor Mark II and the Ruiner.
And I
Now,
have
the
the
lo-
Oppressor.
I would say losing the Oppressor Mark II is not the biggest problem in the world, because most of the people who use them use them to frigging grief.
I never did.
I said most.
I think. But I have heard it's been other vehicles as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we were thinking of playing because there's a new GTA update just launched. I think we'll hold off that a little while.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the same. I really don't want to be losing some of my insured vehicles.
No, likewise.
What
Even if I do have the money to get them back, that's a little beside the point.
I have money to get some back, some I don't.
I'd probably manage to get most of them back, but still, same applies. I just don't think it's worth.
It's not worth the aggro.
Correct.
Because I did see a tweet from Rockstar saying that they're investigating this issue. How can they screw that up? Because
Oh, this is Rockstar. Let's be honest. It's not the first thing they've screwed up in spectacular fashion.
no, I know.
It's not the first thing that's entirely unrelated to the situation that they've screwed up.
Yeah, no, but this thing that has been in the game since day one.
Oh yeah.
So how can they screw something up that's been in from day one?
Talent.
Clearly.
Is all I can say on that.
So how many fields did you buy?
At the moment, I own 3.
Alright, okay. So one more than me. What was the new GTA update anyways?
Something to do with Merryweather. I'll be brutally honest, I've not watched 100% details on it myself.
Just makes you wonder though, because just, like I said, they're just absolutely craning stuff out of that game.
Because he still makes them bloody good money.
Yeah, but yeah, they don't seem to deny when, or really do much about when GTA 6 stuff got leaked. If, in fact, it was GTA 6.
I think we're pretty confident that it was a very early build of 6.
Yeah.
I think if I remember right, at the time, some of the shots had Devin pulling the short that the game was being written, I think it was 2080. Now you've got to think the likes of Rockstar will be running the best of the best. So you've got to think that when that was that, the 2080 would have been the hot car.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean by that.
Yeah.
So maybe they thought the best option is to do that, because if they tried to deny it like hell, people are going, we don't believe you. I mean, let's be honest, I always go by the old, no such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah.
Let's be fair to him. The hype behind the game is already interstellar, and I don't think that lessened.
No, I mean, yeah, there is quite a lot of hype behind that game. But it's putting me in a conundrum. Because unless by the time... Uh-oh.
Still there? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Guess not. 1 second, guys.
I'll be brutally honest, I didn't fully understand what you said.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you, no problem. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What happened there?
Don't know, to be honest.
Anyway, what did you say about GTA? Repeat
Yeah,
the last couple of
It
sentences.
puts me in a conundrum, really. Because if I was to buy a PS5 version, would I still be able to go play online with the local consoles?
We'd have to look at that when we get there, I honestly do not know. That's not been a thing in 3 and 5, has it? You know,
No,
PS5s can't play with 4s.
I didn't buy the upgraded version though, did I?
But no, you are. You can, can't you? Sorry. I'm talking bullcraft here. Because you can play now on your PS5 with me on the PS4.
Yes, but I didn't buy the enhanced version.
Why, are you not able to with the enhanced version?
I don't know, that's what I believe So I'm guessing that that's not the case with the enhanced version, because the enhanced version gives you access to a certain garage which isn't available.
I honestly, I have no idea. You'd have to.
I'm sure I googled it and checked it, and it says that you can't do lower versions because of what the enhanced version gives. See,
Right.
if they don't do like if they just did a standard edition of the new GTA, then that would be fine. That would probably work. But if they tried to enhance it and all that lot, then that's where I could see there being an issue.
Yeah.
Because like me and you, like for F123, we can happily play,
Yeah.
and I'm on a higher console than you. But yeah, I get the crossplay. Don't like it. Honest.
I don't like some of what they've done. I don't like that you can't talk in a race.
What with the push to talk? Yeah, that's
Ridiculous is what that is.
yeah. That was a bit stupid because so we did a test bed, like we did a test and live stream. Originally we were going to do a league, and
The way they've changed that I also really don't like.
yeah, I don't like the way. So basically, you now can't set leagues up on console. You have to do it through RaceNet, and you have to schedule everything. You can't just jump in and out of a league as you feel like it, like you used to be able to.
Which I don't see what the gain is by doing that.
No, I don't. Because we used to enjoy just setting a league up and jumping in and out of it.
Don't get me wrong, as much as we'd love to say, yeah, we'll do the racing every Saturday or every whatever, real life doesn't quite play like that for us.
No.
You know, there's some nights where we have planned recordings and then it maybe doesn't happen. Oh, let's jump on F1, do a couple of races.
Yeah.
You know, they've basically taken that away. I get that there's certain elements, there's certain like leagues that do want to be rigid like that, and I have nothing against them. A lot of these things I'm not saying they shouldn't do, I'm saying make them optional.
Yeah.
It was like the fact that you can't talk to people outside your own team during a race. Yeah, I get situations where that would be a bonus. But make it an option, so for those people who do want to be able to talk to their opponents,
So
you can still set up a report griefing players option if that's your issue.
yeah. So basically, what we're on about is the audio settings. I sent David and Alan a screenshot. I was in game. What was I doing? Was I doing my team career or was I doing the F1?
I can't remember now.
I was doing something in game, and I basically set them the audio settings of the push to talk, and it says allows you to specify if you want to hold a button down, which, I mean, holding a button down during a race?
That's annoying enough to begin with because quite often you've got enough going on at that point.
Yeah. And then what it says for the push to talk allows you to specify, obviously, if you want to hold the button. Voice chat is permitted, and we were having issues basically saying that voice chat got disabled due to inactivity, and it's like we were literally talking at that point.
We were on the lobby screen, we hadn't started the race yet. But we were literally just sat talking away. Next thing, I think all three of us got it in the end, didn't we?
Yeah.
I know certainly me and Alan got it because we were saying about it. We were on our Facebook chat, trying to figure out what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, it cut us off saying that there was inactivity, which there wasn't.
No.
And then once we got into the race, it was radio silence.
Yeah.
Now, anybody who watches our F1 stuff,
I do.
that doesn't work for a video.
No.
Because we need that bit of banter. That's why you might as well be watching Chris play a single player career at that point.
Yeah.
And I'm not meaning that in a nasty way.
No, because it didn't work. That you couldn't hear. We couldn't hear you. If me and you had have been on PlayStation chat, they wouldn't have heard Alan.
Now, don't get me wrong. We have ways around this. But I don't see why we suddenly have to find ways around this where every game since 2016, it's worked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it don't help that we're all on the same console as well.
Possibly, I just... Like I said, that to me is something that could be an option. A tick box. Allow chat between non-teammates. Yes or no?
Yeah.
That simple. And the people who want the option as it stands can have it, and the people like us who don't, we get what works for us.
Because it says on track between teammates, between all players in the lobby, so you don't get long after a race or in between qualifying to discuss, because it then kicks in a countdown timer.
Well, that's the other thing we found out with this league thing. We were getting ready to go at the time we'd set it to find out qualifying was already going.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, because we'd set it to set off at like 9:15.
Yeah.
9:10, it's telling us there's 5 minutes of qualifying. That's obviously the time the actual race goes ahead.
Yeah.
At no point in the setup did it tell us this fact. We thought that would be when we'd be able to start qualifying.
Then it says between all players, obviously, between all spectators, so if anybody is spectating, they can talk to each other.
What we're going to have to do, if anybody would like to be a commentator for our F1 series, please send us an email to I've got nothing better to do at GametimeUK.com. And we'll have a commentary team. I wonder what Crofty's up to. He's got a bit of free time in summer break.
And then, obviously, between players throughout 2-player career, so me and David could use it, but we would just use...
We'll just use PlayStation Party Chat at that point, because it's proven to work.
Yeah. So, that's a feature that is there, but maybe a little bit useless. I don't like the... I'm going to say, but I don't like the way that it seems to be geared around esports.
Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. It seems to have pushed it more towards the formality of the F1 esports thing.
Yeah.
Which is nothing against the F1 esports.
No.
That's a fine thing that does what it does. It's just not a variant.
Yeah, but it doesn't work for casual. It doesn't work for the casual players.
No. This goes back to what I've been saying all along. Options.
Yeah.
You can make options that set it up exactly how the esports want it. It's as if they're trying to almost escape the sort of casual players.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work because the game's handling files that. If you're doing that, go full on, you get rid of all the bloody lines and everything.
Yeah.
Which I play with those on, I will fully admit it. I play with corner markers on. I don't do full straight, I do corners only.
See, I usually do full just to give visual rep.
I just do corners generally.
Yeah, I know I don't need them.
I need them for some tracks, not for others. I'll need them for Miami on the 26th. Be sure to join us for that, ladies and gentlemen.
Miami? We've already done Miami. Vegas.
No, Vegas.
Vegas and LaSalle.
I'll need them for that.
I know you bloody well. I think we all will.
But you know, if you go down the full-blown right with a simulator now, that's your choice. I think you're wrong, but...
Well, EA have rebranding themselves, aren't they, to EA Entertainment?
I heard something about that. I don't know details on it, but I think I caught a headline. I didn't read much more detail into it than that.
Yeah, basically EA are rebranding themselves, and then it's starting... So EA Sports will be for sports games.
In the game.
For sports games, and then EA Entertainment will be for... is the whole...
The Sims.
Probably, yeah. There's the whole
Because that's about the
branding.
only thing that EA does that isn't a sports game these days, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because
Well,
they've realised the Sim still makes money because they just print out pack after pack after pack.
and they don't, obviously they don't have FIFA anymore, so that's kind of screwed them a bit. I get why EA took over, but I'm beginning to think EA taking over for F1
Is not the most positive thing.
hasn't been the best thing. I mean, instantly, what did I do when I got installed the game, loaded the game? I went to EA Tracks and turned that shit off. I mean, okay, there was a couple of songs I recognised this time.
The trouble is still probably with the copyright filter.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? There was a couple of songs I actually did recognise, a couple of artists I recognised this time as well. But that is filler. As much as this is going to pain me to say as well, sports cars, filler.
Oh, I still don't get what place it actually has. I must admit, so far in my team career, I've skipped every single one of those Pirelli hot lap things.
Yep, I do.
Don't get me wrong, odd times have been a little bit interesting. But in general, if I'm on, I want to get to racing. I'm doing my team career. I want to get through it.
Yeah.
So I've skipped, and they'll pay you like 100 grand. I don't know about you. I'm not bad when it comes to business. So my F1 team's actually making money.
Mine's currently making me money.
To the tune where I'm not overly worried about an extra 100 grand a week just so I can go and drive a McLaren around the track.
Yeah, I'm not bothered about it. That doesn't bother me. I mean, it gets you 1,000 acclaim, but the acclaims...
Even that isn't that hard to come by otherwise.
No, I know it's not. I mean, I would take advantage of the 4 days you've got left on the XP boost for your podium pass.
If I can, I will, but I'm not entirely sure. So see tomorrow, unless I can get, I might get one in before we play tomorrow night. You know, we've got something on tomorrow night,
Yeah.
and I'm not at home for 2 nights. But we'll see. Alright, I'll see what I can do.
You've only got, like I say, you've got 4 days left on that XP boost. I mean, I'm up to 14, level 14 so far.
I think I'm at level 7.
The stuff that you are getting, the cash, the tech upgrades are for the F1 World Car. Now I was messing around with a series earlier on.
Yeah.
I did 100% round Spa just to see what XP boost it would give me, and it actually didn't give me much of an XP boost, so that was 44 laps wasted. But the World Car is interesting, so I did a bit of a World Series, the AI, and interestingly enough, in the World Car, it drags your friends' AIs in with their car livery, because I noticed Alan's had the special McLaren livery he was going on about.
What, did you have my gold and purple?
Yes.
Oh, nice. I'm going to have a look at that sometime then.
And here's the interesting thing. So during the series event, it brings a lot of people up on your friends list. So there's been a lot of other people's gamer tags and stuff I recognise that either have the game or it's just chucking the lists in. But for you two, because you're on my friends, I know, and showing me your cars, I know it's you guys under the AI.
Yeah.
And
Credit to you, that's quite an interesting feature, that. I know we've been shitting on EA a lot with this, and they deserve a lot of it, but I will hold my hands up when they've done something interesting. I will say, yeah, I actually quite like that.
you know, when you do the series, you start you start doing the series, and then and basically with it came me doing a race. So did this race around, it was one of the Europe tracks because it was a European series. It was only like, starts you off at 3 laps to begin with the first, and then I think the race I just did is 5 laps, but then it starts working its way up on laps, I think, as well. But still within this, was it that or was it the World Car one I did for the Grand Prix? I think I did a Grand Prix and a World Car as well. But out of the series and the World Car, the other Grand Prix I did, you and Alan were the only 2 retirements.
Yeah, these time we crashed into each other.
No, you both died of mechanical failure.
Oh, right. I was going to say, we're so on brand.
Yeah.
We'd have collided with each other, and that's what would have caused it.
Well, the interesting thing is, though, the other thing I am going to say is something I'm disliking at the moment. Even with the AI set to what I've had it set as, which has been 50, they're not punchy at the moment. It seems they've
50
taken
is quite low for AI, I'll be honest with you.
No.
I think I'm doing 65.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they don't. They were saying, oh, the AI is more not like on rails. But to me, it's feeling like they are back on rails. They don't seem to.
They kind of had that little on 22 though until the last lap. They all used to get really feisty.
Yeah, but they don't seem to attack each other that much, I've noticed. Even on a long full distance race, they never seemed to attack each other. Apart from my teammate ended up just attacking Russell at one point. It seems weird because Max and Perez have been nowhere near again.
Oh, that's it. I've told you, on my game, I'm pretty sure Mercedes must have given EA a backhand.
Yeah, because Russell and Hamilton are very punchy.
On my game, literally the first race, because the first race I was still messing with the air and I think I finished about 20th. Russell and Hamilton ran away with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, anybody who's watched the F1 23 season knows that that's only happened in Toto's dreams.
Yeah. Because honestly, yeah, the Mercedes just seem very, very punchy.
Yeah, I've noticed on my game, Verstappen's currently about 7th in the championship.
And it's just like, something needs to be done there. I mean, yeah, okay, I get the driver ratings, you know, I get all the driver rankings and all that crap, but to not have Red Bull anywhere near you, even on realistic performance, something's not right.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I get it's a brand new release, but for Christ's sake, they've been working 2 years on it. So like now, the next game will be in development.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I don't see what direction they're going to go with it. Obviously, I can't say much for Breaking Point because I've not done Breaking Point yet, because I'm waiting to do
Yeah, neither I. What we do,
Vegas and Qatar, just in case
they appear in it.
they appear in Breaking
You
Point.
know they take a point to wheel them out as new showpieces.
Yeah,
It's a little worrying for those who aren't familiar with us. We've had since the last couple of F1 games where basically any brand new circuits, the first time we drive them, is at the very least two of us, if not all three of us.
there's a bit of a gentleman's agreement going on between us, is what
Yeah,
we're saying.
yeah, we have a goal. Any brand new circuits, we have a go at together. Our first experience of them is together, and I always like that because it puts us on a very level playing field.
Mm,
Because there's certain tracks that have appeared, I've always said it, Australia, even with the update they did to it last year, 95% of it's muscle memory because we've driven it in every game we've ever had.
yeah.
You know, Bahrain's the same. One of the reasons I do so well at Bahrain always is because I could not quite drive it blindfolded, but I could certainly.
Mm,
I'm not constantly having to think, right, what comes next, what's after the next corner, where do we go? It's all in memory.
yeah.
I know to avoid that curb on the long sweeping right, or else it will fire me into the stratosphere.
You mean Death Curb?
Yeah. Which apparently those curbs aren't as bad in 23. A lot of them have been adjusted and
Really?
new. Yeah. I must admit, when did we do it last night, or was it my single player? Did we do it the other night, or
What?
no? We did Canada, didn't we?
We
Must
did
be my single player. And
Canada. I noticed the curbs were not kidding. The some of the curbs were
well, let's be honest. It's probably a case in real
awful.
life. If you wallop the curb with an F1 car too rough, you're gonna have a bad time.
Well, look what happened to Max.
Yeah.
Canada or Russell
Yes.
as
Yeah.
well.
Russell was so lucky there. I know we said it in the podcast, but
Mm,
not only Russell, say Alonso walloped that wall, and like you saw the sparks fly.
yeah.
Somehow the rim didn't turn into powder.
Nope. And it's just some of the curbs are aggressive. I've noticed that because I'm. How far are you on your
I
career?
3 races in. I did Bahrain, I did Australia, and I think I did the third one.
So you did Bahrain, Jeddah, and Australia.
Correct, that's it, yeah. The last one I did was Australia, yeah, obviously with Jeddah in between.
Hmm.
I finished 20th at Bahrain because I was still messing with the AI set a little bit high.
Yeah.
I think I finished third at Jeddah, and then I won Australia.
Okay. So
And I think my goal for the season for my sponsor is score 6 World Championship points, so I'm well up on that one.
yeah.
Jensen's ligging around the midfield for me, which is nice. He's usually scoring points, usually in the bottom half of the points.
Because that's weird. Because even though I'm where I am, I've had Schumacher.
What did you say? Did you say yourself to be a midfield team, or
No, for different change, I actually went high end just to see what would
oh,
happen.
I went midfield?
What's that? 180. Okay.
We're about to get a cut, I would think.
I'm guessing so. 180. I can run that.